Welcome back. With so many of us spending more time outside in the summer, that means we're also at risk for dangerous sun exposure. And here to tell us more about some of the things that you need to keep in mind to be sun safe, we're pleased to welcome Dr. John D'Orazio, a hematologist oncologist from Kentucky Children's Hospital, and also UK medical student who has an interest in dermatology, Amanda Marsh. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
This is something that we all have to keep in mind year-round, really, but especially with the increased amount of time we spend outdoors in the summer months. It's so important to take the proper precautions. What are some of the main things that people need to do?
Well, one of the main things people can do is just remember the sunscreen. I know everyone talks about that, but there's some things that, the general public may not know. You need to make sure that you check the expiration date on your sunscreen. After 3 years, a lot of the ingredients break down. They don't work over time. You need to apply it liberally. Make sure you reapply after things like swimming. They recommend probably once every hour if you're going to be out for a while. Make sure you cover areas like your ears and back of your neck, top of your head, other places that you might forget. So that's one of the biggest things you can do.
Very important tips. And one thing that's interesting is a lot of people don't really understand what happens when your body gets a tan, when you get a sunburn. Tell us a little bit about, I know you've got some extensive research about how your body really responds to that sunlight.
So the sun has both good and bad effects on the body. So we need it for vitamin D production. Vitamin D is very important for health, but you don't need that much sun to get the amount of vitamin D that you need. When we get too much sun or go to tanning booths too much or stay out too long or not use enough sunblock, then you're at risk of UV, ultraviolet radiation coming in, and it damages your skin cells and actually sets you up for cancer later in life, which is what we study at the Markey Cancer Center.
And one thing that it's a statistic I just saw yesterday that could be pretty startling, especially for parents, that kids get 80% of their sun exposure before their 18th birthday.
That's right. Children are the ones outdoors the most. They also have the most sensitive skin when you look at people across different ages. So it's particularly important in kids. They spend the most time outside.
And one thing, too, that is a lot of people are outside in swimsuits, we're in tank tops and shorts. Talk a little bit about the importance of recognizing some of the signs of skin cancer, a troubling mole, something like that. What are some of the things we should look out for?
Well, some of the main things we look at as far as moles are concerned is the ABCDs. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this. You want to look for things like asymmetry. If you took the mole and you folded it in half, would it meet up? The border, if it has an irregular border, looks scalloped in any way like that. The color, if the color's not even, if it's darker than normal, if it's got, bluish pigment to it, anything like that. The diameter, often they say if it's bigger than a pencil eraser, that's worrisome. And then other symptoms like if it's itching or if it's bleeding or anything like that, elevated from the skin, those are kind of warning signs.
Yeah, changes are important. If it's growing or changing, you probably want to have that checked out.
And, of course, always important to get your annual screenings for cancer as well. Well, thank you both so much for being here with some very timely and important advice so all of us can still have fun but be safe outside as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. We'll be right back with a check of the forecast. There will be no shortage of sunshine and summer heat this weekend. Mary Watson is up next with those details.